So many questions I've got to get through. Number one, you and I a few weeks ago shook this up, and we'll show you how to do it in just a couple of minutes in the next segment. Alan, you're answering a lot of your own phones. A new business does that. I encourage that. You're getting all the problems worked out and so forth. What are you hearing from people?
Well, a lot of people are wanting to know what makes KetoMed different, and it's really not. It's what I refer to as the first ketogenic antifungal nutraceutical drink, but it's designed to be used in many different ways. It could be used as a meal replacement, as part of a ketogenic diet, or as a meal replacement as part of a Kaufman diet, or any low carb, low grain, paleo.
So you're saying
Kaufman.
Maybe skip lunch, take a scoop to work?
Use it as a meal replacement, but full transparency, this isn't like any other meal replacement that anyone's going to find at a health food store. It's got, you see MCTs on labels, but a lot of times when you look, oh wow, it's got MCTs, those are good for me. You look at the back of the label, it says coconut oil. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. Coconut oil is great, but not the same thing as purified, pure MCTs. So with KetoMed, each serving has, you might see 2 grams of pure MCTs, maybe in other products. This has 20 grams of pure MCTs. In other words, all the fat that's in KetoMed is derived from purified MCTs, but not just any MCT. The predominant MCT is the C8, the caprylic acid, which is the best for raising ketones, but it's also the most antifungal. And so you might experience, because purified real MCTs are very quickly absorbed into your digestive system, it bypasses what normal fat goes through, meaning you might feel some digestive distress, a little bit, mild.
Remember? The first time I took it, just a little bit, but what do you recommend in those cases?
So this is something that we're hearing. It's like, gosh, I love the product. It looks so pure. But when I drank a full serving, I felt a little bit of digestive distress, maybe even a little form of nausea, just a little bit. No worries. It's nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with the product. All it means is that 2 things. The MCTs, you just need to become MCT, what's called MCT adapted. It also could be a candida die-off reaction if someone does have a fungal issue. Could be one or both of those issues. All it means is that you just have to go a little bit slower.
Yep. Start with halves.
Instead of a full serving. So in other words, you get it at home, you make it. Always put the water in first. Put a powder over the water. Mix it up. Pour half of it into a glass. The rest of it in the fridge. See how you feel 15 minutes later.
Okay, a couple things I want to say. Half a scoop, if you're on Kaufman 2, you like coffee, half a scoop in your coffee in the morning. The guys here have gone nuts over this. It makes your coffee amazing, and you're getting your MCTs. Second thing is, folks, you see Alan sitting here. I want you to see Alan a year ago. Look at this picture. Man, are you different?
It looks like a different person. See, that's the thing. Most weight loss programs are incredibly flawed. How many times do you see somebody that they're overweight, they don't feel good, and then they go on a diet, they embark on a diet, but then they lose a little bit of weight, and they're just a smaller version of their previous overweight self. I'm talking about weight loss that's meaningful, weight loss that's actually fat loss, that's changing the metabolism. That's what you can achieve on a keto and or Kaufman diet.
Weight loss, that you come out much better, not just losing the weight, but your heart, circulatory stream, and so forth. Folks, that's what the original keto, you have to remember, keto was developed 100 years ago by people who were seeing children with epilepsy, neurotoxicity, and the diet was fixing them. Not the diets, as you walk into health food stores, there's some good products out there. Make sure what's on the label is right for you. I mean, that's your take-home message.
And we now know that the fat has not been the culprit to obesity. Right. We know that it's sugar, it's carbohydrates, we eat too much as Americans, and then we get broken metabolisms.
How much?
We don't know how to deal with glucose.
How much did you lose?
70 pounds. 70 pounds of pure body fat, energy went up. See, the other thing about high fat, low carb is that there's a protective mechanism. It helps protect leucine, so that the leucine, the amino acid leucine, protects your lean body mass.
Yeah.
So that you protect your lean body mass, you lose fat simultaneously.
Alan North, developer of KetoMed, love the product. I take the product every day, and try it, folks. Give it a try. It's when you see the money that went into the development of this and what each canister costs, you'll better understand how different it is to buy a $20 product in a health food store than this product. Thank you.
It's designed to be a meaningful product.
It really is. Yeah, now let us show you how this works. Once again, not rocket science, but we're going to show you how to put this together. It became a fine powder, even though it has this MCT oil in it, and it tastes really good. So go ahead and mix
look
it.
how fast this is. You don't have to add anything. I mean, you don't have to add anything in addition.
You and I in a kitchen, did we ever think, we'd be standing here mixing something up?
This is a big jar. It actually mixes instantly.
Yep.
You'll.
Got a little scoop in there.
That's it, right there. This is a full 1 month supply too. That's a lot of product.
That's not. You mean in the bottle?
2.2 pounds of product. So there you go. Just shake it real.
I have taken this several times, and I love it. This for many people is a good entrance into the Kaufman diet. Have it for lunch.
It is. It aligns extremely well with the Kaufman one. In fact, to my knowledge, it's one of the very few actual meal replacements that would qualify to be used as a Kaufman one meal replacement or a real ketogenic diet meal replacement.
Now, the average guy would drink it out of the jar. The average woman would pour it into a glass and drink it. I'm your average guy. Teach us, while we have a minute left, about the difference, why doctors are afraid of ketosis.
Right. It gets confused with ketoacidosis, which should always be called diabetic ketoacidosis. That's not going to happen. Nutritional ketosis is a healthy metabolic process that helps you burn fat as fuel, helps you switch to ketones, whereas ketoacidosis can only occur if you're type 1 diabetic. In other words, you cannot get ketoacidosis from nutritional ketosis, two different things.
Yeah, and keto for paleo, for Kaufman.
You could use this with any low carb, low grain, paleo, Kaufman 1, real ketogenic diet. You really, when you read the label and you read the ingredient deck and the facts panel, you will not find a formula that even comes close to this.
It tastes great. You'll feel great when you start using this maybe once or twice a day. Kaufman. Thank you.
Oh,
really good to see you. Thank you.